Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob, and this is a video update on my bumper replacement video. I want to update you on the paint job. As you can see, hasn't held up very well over time, so it's been 2 years since I painted it. One of you mentioned that the primer that came on it is only meant to protect it while it's on the shelf or shipping. It should be sanded off before you paint it. And sure enough, like you mentioned, it is rusting. And I think part of it too is the bumper pad, because I used this step to step up into the truck. And I think because the paint didn't have a good base layer or a good primer on it, that's why this started to rust here. You can see it's flaking off, rusting, bubbling over here, so it's all the way down this edge. And I did kind of skimp on the paint. I had quite a bit left over. So this time I'm just gonna go overkill on the painting and everything, but before I do that, I'm gonna make sure I sand all of this off and get a nice good primer coat. Then I'm going to use the touch-up direct paint again, and I'm going to go heavy this time. I set up a paint booth, and I'm going to be painting it in a controlled space in my garage. I've included links to all these products and tools I'm using today in the description below, so make sure to click on those, check them out. All right, let's get into it. These two holding it on, and then there's also one on the front right here. We'll have to peel it back.
Before unbolting the bumper ends, make sure to disconnect the backup sensors, license plate lights, and trailer plug. It helps to remove the license plate, trailer plug, and spare tire cover before removing the bumper step pad and bumper ends.
All right, so you can tell that I made some good progress here. Sanded till basically the sun went down. I had to use 80 grit, and the key was to keep switching up the sandpaper when it seemed like it wasn't being as effective. Otherwise, I would recommend a DA sander. I think that would make it a lot easier. So I think next time that's what I'm gonna do. But I got it down really well. There's some areas on the inside I couldn't get. Just gonna use a sanding sponge to try and get all the loose stuff off. Gonna use a respirator today. I should have been wearing one yesterday. Even though I'm outside, there's still a lot of dust. Wiped it down with a very lightly dampened rag just to get the loose stuff off of it. These new Rust-Oleum spray cans have a dial on here, so it allows you to select the spray that you want, and it is a sweet little package here. Rust-Oleum automotive primer says it helps stop rust. I'm gonna give a good probably 2 or 3 coats of this before adding the paint. So while I had my bumper ends off, I just had a couple extra cans of black spray paint laying around and went ahead and repainted my whole tow package here. It was starting to rust pretty good. I'm not sure if it's the salty roads here in Missouri or maybe even some beach driving. So we've driven quite a few beaches with this truck. Yeah, I was having a lot of rust here around the receiver too. So just went ahead and painted it all. That way I'm not getting any rusty drips in the driveway.
After the second primer coat, I let it dry and harden overnight before lightly sanding and adding the color coats.
All right, so I've done 3 color coats. I allowed it to dry overnight, and I'm about to do 4, 5, and 6. And I'm gonna touch up the top edge of the other bumper side because the plastic was starting to wear on it and causing it to rust as well.
Allow the color coat to completely dry before applying the clear coat. This clear coat has the strongest smell, so make sure you have a mask on and painting in a well-ventilated space. For the passenger side of the bumper that I'm touching up, I removed the tape to allow the touched up area to blend with the existing paint job and prevent any hard tape lines from showing up.
So now that I got everything painted up, the bumper ends painted, the receiver painted, it's time to go ahead and start putting it back together.
Thank you for watching this how-to video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash down that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Also, drop a comment below on your favorite part of this video. Thanks for watching.